Neo Lotfi and Len Soir getting ready. Neo Lotfi's got a busy day because he's also in the co-op too, so they're picking their teams as you can see right now. It's a good look actually as the inner mind, and Jeju United are going to be in action.
For Len Soir, yeah, we saw that actually with Neo Lotfi before. I'm not sure whether they're the wrong way around. They might not be, and if they are the right way around, of course now it's Len Soir's turn to choose Jeju United, who were really successful for Neo Lotfi in the qualifiers to get here.
And as we're in Germany, someone has chosen RB Leipzig as well, which is nice to see. Emil Forsberg and Timo Werner are going to be up front. Now that is a powerhouse. I mean, Werner is one of the tallest players on the game.
I'm guessing crosses galore.
Absolutely. If you've got Werner in the team, stick it in the mixer.
Get it in the 6-yard box.
Final moments here, real concentration, because this is a big day.
Yeah, and just touching on what you mentioned about Neo Lotfi being in the co-ops as well, of course they have to change their complete focus for the two different tournaments because it's a completely different setup. We spoke to, in the press conference yesterday, I actually managed to speak to Biafera and asked him what the main differences is, and he said, well, in the 1v1s, you only rely on yourself, your own, passage of play, your own style, whereas when you've got the co-ops, you've got so many different attributes to the game that are out of your control, and you've got to rely on others, and it becomes pretty interesting to sort of gel the styles of the three players, which has been the go-to number really for the co-ops. It seems to be 3 players is better than 2. The added player seems to be working. Of course, 3 is the maximum you can choose in the co-ops. You can't choose 4, 5, etc.
Well, Neo Lotfi got off to a wonderful start in Group B, a comfortable win 4-2 against Henri Quigno. Len Soir lost by just a goal to nil against Neo Kampfer, so he has a lot to play for, Len Soir, and as we saw with Sofia, a chance for Neo Lotfi here to make it 2 wins from 2. The 3rd match in the group stage here in Berlin, and we are pretty much ready for action in the capital of Germany. The Europe round, Neo Lotfi on the left, Len Soir on the right. Who is going to win this all-French encounter?
Yeah, and as we said in the last game, this is probably a more crucial game for Len Soir after losing that first game as Johan FCB did. Of course, Johan FCB went on to lose the second game as well. Will the same fate await Len Soir? We will wait and see. Who's your money on, Chris?
I think Neo Lotfi, he looks very focused, very confident. He scored 4 goals already. And I fancy that Neo Lotfi might just make this 2 wins from 2. And if he does, then he really will be in pole position here to qualify for the last 8. Neo Lotfi, remember, the winner in Barcelona in the regional rounds. He also reached this stage in Asia. It didn't quite go according to plan there, but he looks like he's come to Europe here with a point to prove, and just some fingernails already being bitten by Len Soir, who we saw progress to the semi-finals in Milan in the regional round when he lost to Neo Terrible Tank. So that's another battle against a Frenchman here. Just
a little fun fact for you. Neo Lotfi's, one of his favourite players is Sofiane Feghouli, alongside N'Golo Kante and Boateng and Riyad Mahrez.
Some defensive players in there. Actually, looking down the list, that a lot of people's favourite players has been N'Golo Kante, and he's a man on a game like PES who's absolutely vital, that midfield engine. But we are pretty much ready for action here. Neo Lotfi, bottom left of your screen. Len Soir on the bottom right. And they're going to be doing battle here in game 3. Leipzig against Jeju United. The settings have been done. The players are ready, as you can see.
A possible playing style for Len Soir. His favourite player, Andre Iniesta, of course, retiring from Barcelona at the end of this season, I believe. Will he play that sort of style? We will wait and see today.
We saw tiki-taka work in the last game for Sofia. There were a number of those Iniesta-type passes right at the end, but
certainly were.
Leipzig against Jeju United then. You can see that Timo Werner is in the Leipzig team, so we might see some long balls, some crosses going in, but an opportunity here in game 3. We are almost at the midway point. We'll be past the midway point after this match of the group stage here. All eyes, all focus on reaching the quarter-finals in the Europe round in Berlin.
Yeah, if you are wondering if you're wondering about the nationalities of some of the players on show today, it isn't just players from Europe. If you missed the start of this stream, we have players from all around the globe here today. The likes of France, Spain, Peru, Germany, Italy, Greece, Brazil, Argentina, and of course Japan and South Korea as well. So right across the board, all here to gain some massively important points to go through to the World Finals.
Both of these players born near Paris, in particular Neo Lotfi, born in Saint-Denis, which is the home of the Stade de France. And his favourite team on PES isn't a club team, it is the French national team. So he's got plenty of French pride here because he's playing against another man from his country. So maybe just an added bit of pressure, but you can see the game is loading. Looks like we're going to the home of Boca Juniors for this one. And just some final thoughts here from Neo Lotfi.
We spoke to Lensoir actually before today, and of course asked him about what are your hobbies, what makes you tick, and he said food, books, and playing PES. So he's got the third of the, well, he's got all of them potentially if he brought a book with him today. You never know.
Might need it for some downtime. We're underway, and it is Leipzig kicking from left to right, and their blue strip. Jeju United unmistakable in the orange, going from right to left, and it's Lensoir with Forsberg. And now an opportunity here, a nice little trick in the opening stages. Naby Keita, who will be playing his football with Liverpool next season. Now Osterman, plenty of space here for Leipzig, and a good start, but Son Woo Kim was in to win it. Now here's the big man Werner. Jeju United get it cleared up to Toscana. Plenty of tricks and flicks, no goals, no chances in the opening 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a bright start actually for Lensoir, but he's got to take, similar to what we said in the last game, he has to take his chances because Neo Lotfi has been in great form in front of goal so far in 2018. It'd be interesting to see as he mounts his first attack whether he takes it straight away or it's a big chance that. Great defending in the end.
Fantastic defending. Poulsen can't get there. Jeju United with a bit of pressure here. Another nice back flick. It's very congested in the middle there.
It certainly is. We actually saw Neo Lotfi beating Neo Terrible Tank in the final of the qualifiers to get here. Another Frenchman, of course, who is in their group as well today. So titanic battles across Group B this morning.
Rivalries will be renewed. Here is Bruma for Leipzig. Yet to see a chance of note, but we might now, because here is Toscana. Might get it back here, Marcelo Toscana. He's trying to battle his way through into goal.
What a finish. And it only took 16 minutes for Neo Lotfi to take the lead. And it was coming, wasn't it, after the opening 5 minutes?
Perfect start there. It was chaotic in defence. Both players, one just taking a sip of water, the other just having a thought here. What a start that was. It was a scrappy goal, but he won't mind.
He was on it like a flash. It ricocheted around the penalty spot. And it just fell to the centre forward and he just poked it over the goalkeeper. It's a lovely finish in the end, a little dink, something you might see the game graced by someone like Lionel Messi, for example. It was that sort of talent. Yeah, it was, or Mo Salah, the way he's playing. Of course, yeah.
So Jeju United lead here, and Leipzig have some work to do. Lensoir behind Neo Lotfi, who won his first game by 4 goals to 2. He's on the march again in Berlin. Here is Forsberg, though. Leipzig looking for the instant reply. Hwang was in to win it. Leipzig have dominated the ball, 60%, but they are behind. Now here's Poulsen. That's the threat with the 2 big men up front. Here's Sanka for Lensoir. Jeju United in to win it. Now here's the goal scorer Toscana to Son Wook.
That's a lovely ball, sprayed out towards the left-hand side, and what you're seeing on your screen at the moment, Neo Lotfi, similar to Eterito's style, he likes to get that early goal and then he's so devastating with his quick one-touch football on the counter-attack, and certainly Lensoir's got to be very, very careful. He doesn't want to concede a second inside the first half an hour.
Referee almost got in the way there. Here's Poulsen, Werner, and Naby Keita looking to dictate things from deep. Klosterman, we've seen him rampage forward. And he might be able to get the cross in here towards one of those big centre forwards. Comes back to Il Sanka. Klosterman again, good responses from Leipzig. Can they get the equaliser?
Post. What a chance, 26 minutes gone, and it was wonderful football, like you mentioned. The cross came in towards the near post. He got high above the defender, powered it straight back off the woodwork, and that was a big chance for Lensois to get the equalising goal.
Certainly was, and he needs it, having lost earlier by a goal to nil against Neo Kampfer. Decent passing stats. It's Frederick Mendy, now Toscana. It's a lovely ball. Il Su Huang here. Half an hour gone. They're looking for a second. They might get it. Good defending.
Yeah, it's been a great game, actually, and we did say we haven't quite had the goals, but I certainly felt that this game was going to be an open one, and it certainly is so far after 31 minutes on the clock, and it's a fairly even affair as well.
Certainly the way it's panned out. Comes back here. Yonghuo Quan. Jin is just forced back. Again, panicky defending from Leipzig, and they might be punished once more.
Yeah, every time they get the ball, they are sending shivers down the defensive spines because they're so dangerous. Neo Lotfi's in again here. Another good challenge to deny him right at the death. But 35 minutes gone, and certainly in front of goal, Neo Lotfi looks the more likely to extend the lead, but Lensois cannot be ridden off because he's obviously played against Neo Lotfi quite a few times, and he knows how to make it tick against him and get that goal at the crucial moments as we tick towards the final 5 minutes of the first half.
It's lovely from Forsberg. Now Halstenberg. Ilsanka, lovely football. Is there an end product? Really good defending in the nick of time.
Yeah, and what we noticed from Neo Lotfi using Jeju United at the qualifying stages for the European round is that he plays a sort of often a three at the back and then one defensive midfield player, and every time the opposition gets that chance to kind of the turnover of the ball and start that counter-attack, there's always someone there in the heart of that defensive midfield option to sort of break it down, and you've got to go wide, and then he's got three big centre-backs to head the ball away when it gets there as well, so a really tough team to break down for sure. Yeah,
maybe because of those two big Leipzig forwards, it's one of the reasons he's done that. So it's Neo Lotfi who leads the way at the break by 1-0, and he's closing in on yet another win here in Berlin. Less of the ball, but the one crucial moment he took it, and I guess from Lensois' point of view, the disappointing thing would be that it was a bit of a defensive mistake that led to that only goal.
Yeah, it was sloppy, to be honest. It ricocheted around. Some would say unlucky, but at this level, you've got to take that responsibility, and if it does happen, you've got to hold your hands up and say, you know what, I should have done better. I should have cleared my lines earlier. He dwelt on the ball, and then it ended up losing it, and of course the finish we well know was absolutely brilliant. As the ball gets played down the left-hand side, the turnover is there again, this time from Jeju United. Just managed to mop it up.
Yeah, they're harrying and hassling Leipzig, and it's worked again. Just can't get their passing move going. Now, maybe they will with Bruma here. So they have the pace to go beyond Won-Il Kim. Bruma. Has he won a corner? I think he has.
Yeah. So certainly he's won a goal kick. That's really good defending again from Neo Lotfi, and he's forcing Leipzig down the flanks. And of course, like I've already mentioned, the defenders in the middle are so hard to out-tower, should I say. And of course, the one chance did come from a header, but he hit the post as he's in again here. It's another chance for Jeju United. Good defending.
Yeah, had that ball got to Toscana, it was 2-0, I think. Here is Sun Woo Kim. We're approaching the hour mark. Might see a couple of changes shortly, possibly, as Keita feeds Werner here. Werner, it's a nice ball to Poulsen. A few tricks from Poulsen, but they need a goal. They need to get back in this game. Keita again, prompting and probing. And he couldn't pick the pass. And now Jeju United with Sung Wook will play in Il Su Huang here. Halstenberg comes to meet him, good defending. It's another tight match this. You said it was going to be 6-6.
I know, I lied, as always. I always get it wrong. No, it has been actually really cagey so far in terms of the games we've seen, which is rare on the PES World Tour so far this season. We have seen a lot of goals, but perhaps now, because this is the final stage, the final time when players can accumulate points for the World Finals, there's even more at stake than before.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeju United looking to get in for their second. Neo Lotfi knows that he's close to another win, but Poulsen is offside.
Yep, so remember, if you missed the beginning of this match, Neo Lotfi is sitting pretty at the top on goal difference with 3 points after the opening game. And of course, Lensois losing his first game by 1-0 has meant, that was against Neo Kampfer, the other Frenchman in the group, has meant that this is so important for Lensois to get this equalising goal, because if he finishes with 0 from 6, it could be curtains already.
Well played by Naby Keita, who's done his best for RB Leipzig. Jeju United threatening though, it's Mendy. Need to be careful, there might have been a penalty. Instead, it's a good attacking here. A couple of 1-2s. Now Werner, if he can get that ball out to the right-hand side, and Bruma, there could be a chance for RB Leipzig. Klosterman. Now Keita again. Good spell of possession this from RB Leipzig. Will it lead to a chance? Here's Poulsen. Lovely trick, good defending. Poulsen, almost.
Another chance, and it all came from Bruma on the right-hand side. It looked like the chance had gone, but he managed to out-muscle the left-back and play the ball in towards Poulsen. Unfortunately, as he went to pull the trigger, it was really brave defending to nick in and take the possession away. But still, they come again here, looking for that equalising goal, Leipzig.
Yeah, they've almost as if they thought, let's just get to the last 20 minutes, then really have a go. Klosterman, again, coming forward, wins the corner. Lensois and Leipzig have reacted well in this second half.
Yeah, of course, Lensois, looking at this fixture, would have seen it early and realised that this probably was the toughest game in the group. So when he lost that first game, he would have put added pressure on himself going into this match. He's fared pretty well, but as we've seen before, between these two, Neo Lotfi is on top at this moment in time and favourite to qualify top of Group B at this moment.
Corner kick for Leipzig. Werner has come off. Augustin has come on. Number of changes as it swung into the near post. That's decent goalkeeping. There's the equaliser for Lensois and Leipzig. 1-1.
And it's just the moment that Lensois wanted. As you mentioned, he was under the cosh for most of the game, but as it came into the final third, the final 25 minutes, he started to go for it. He forced the corner, and of course the goalkeeper, you said it was a good save, but actually in the end instead of pushing it out wide, he pushed it straight back out into the danger area. And of course there was that man Toscano in the end, I believe, who just slapped the ball into the empty net. And of course now we have that equalising goal. Will he now go for the winner, or will he be happy with a point from 2 games?
Yeah, I think you're right. He'd be frustrated with that goalkeeping actually, because
he got a firm, what you did say, he got a firm fist on it, but it just it went out into the wrong area, and that was just what, of course, Lensois wanted, with his player waiting to tap it in.
Certainly was. 1-1 then. A tight game, but this would get Lensois up and running in terms of points in the group, and it would stop Neo Lotfi's 100% start. Might get better here for Leipzig and Lensois, because they are bang on top now.
Yeah, they've certainly been the best in the last 20 minutes or so, and if he could get a second goal here, that would give him real confidence for the rest of this Europe round, because of course he's playing against one of the favourites for sure in Neo Lotfi.
Here's Keita, who's been central to a Leipzig second half performance.
Whisker away, I nearly fell off my chair.
Oh, Ho Jung-kum, the goalkeeper, did well there, even if he didn't for the goal. I tell you, this is a tight game, 88 minutes, maybe one last opportunity for one of these, and Jeju United, who have barely had the ball.
Yeah, it'd be a real sickener if he were to concede a second goal here now. Lensois, as the ball comes down for Neo Lotfi on this right-hand side, chance to cross it in. No, he goes back, keeping possession. Perhaps he's happy with the point here, Chris.
One last chance, free kick.
Dangerous, dangerous position.
Very dangerous, and this will be the last action here. Now, I've yet to see a free kick fly in Berlin today. Will this be the opening? Well, he's got 2 men over it. Jeju United looking for the winner. It's Magno Cruz.
Oh, is he going for the corner? Is he happy with the point? No, it's a little trick, and he's now back into the area, and it's a real chance here to pull the trigger, surely at the back post. Oh, he's just tried to do too much.
That would have been a great goal. It was maybe a bit too clever.